The identity you're protecting already died. Your job works, your life works on paper. But every morning, your body hesitates. That hesitation isn't laziness. It's not burnout. It's resistance to a role you've already outgrown. If you stay loyal to it, the cost is subtle but severe. Chronic tension, delayed decisions, and a life that slowly goes numb. By the end of this video, you'll be able to name what's expiring and stop mistaking that signal for failure. One question to hold while you listen is the following. What part of your life are you still defending, even though it's already over? I know this isn't abstract because I've been there. I want to tell you about a morning that changed everything for me. I woke up and nothing was wrong. The job was fine, the relationship was fine, the apartment, the routine, the friends, the salary, everything was good. On paper, I had what I was supposed to want, but somehow I couldn't move. Not because I was tired, not because I was lazy, because some part of me had stopped believing in the life I was performing. I told myself it was burnout, that I needed a vacation, a reset, a break. But deep down, I knew that wasn't it. Something had cracked, not loudly, not dramatically, but enough that every morning my body hesitated before the day even began. Maybe you know this feeling. From the outside, your life looks like it's working. Inside, there's a quiet tension that sleep doesn't fix, no matter how much sleep you get. And here's what took me years to understand. You are not falling apart. You are outgrowing an identity that was never fully yours. We don't choose our first identity. We inherit it. As children, we learn through reward and punishment which version of us keeps the adult calm and happy, which behaviors earn approval, which parts of us are welcomed, and which parts needed to be avoided or even hidden sometimes. Approval becomes safety, and obedience becomes belonging. So we build an identity around survival, not actual choice. And that identity follows us into adulthood, into our careers, our relationships, our ambition, and even the emotions we allow ourselves to feel, until it can't stretch anymore. In my case, that identity led me to Amsterdam. On paper, a solid path, a respectable career, a predictable future. But internally, I was simply disappearing. I became agreeable, quiet, easy to manage. I mistook the standard path for my actual path and where I was destined to go. And when the gap between who I was and who I was actually performing became unbearable, I escaped into distraction, the nightlife, the stimulation, the constant motion, the wildness of Amsterdam. Not because I wanted that life, but because it kept me from admitting the truth. My nervous system paid the price. Panic cycles, shut down, and even hair loss. I wasn't breaking down because life was too much or because Amsterdam was overwhelming. I was breaking down because I was hiding from myself. And here's the part most people miss. Identity doesn't expire in thought first. It expires in the nervous system. Your body detects the mismatch before your mind can even justify it. Irritability without a clear cause, constant fatigue that no rest repairs, anxiety without a specific event or a specific danger, shut down right when a decision matters. Your nervous system is not malfunctioning. It's just reacting. To your biology, becoming someone new registered as the same category of threat as being hunted. So your system clings to the familiar, to the comfortable, even when the familiar is slowly killing you. And that's the conformity crisis. At some point, the choice becomes unavoidable. You either keep performing the identity that earned approval through your childhood, or you walk towards the one that is trying to emerge from you. For me, that moment came quietly, not with a master plan, not with certainty, just one honest realization. I was performing a life that wasn't mine. So I quit everything. No strategy, no specific plan, no guarantees. just a one-way ticket to Asia. And I promised myself one thing, to never come back in Europe until I had found what I wanted to do with my life. So the point was not to escape, but to stop protecting an identity that had already died. The moment I chose, something shifted. Not externally again, but internally. My body relaxed and the noise dropped. And that's what identity expiration looks like. It's not a collapse, it's a refusal. So if this resonates, here's where to look. Notice where your body collapses when you try to stay the same. The tension before a conversation you're avoiding. The heaviness when you agree to something you've already refused internally. Or the fatigue that arrives the moment you walk into a role you're done performing. Biology does not lie. Then ask yourself, not to answer quickly, but to sit with. If I acted today as the person I'm becoming, what would I stop tolerating first? Let that question work on you. Here's what I want you to leave with. Your life isn't falling apart. Your identity is falling away. And that is exactly what needed to happen. You can keep protecting the version of you that earned approval, or you can step into the identity that can finally carry your true potential. This is your own revolution. It begins the moment you stop protecting what has already died. Thanks for watching.